Music fills the air around Berlin as over 100 barrel organ players join to spread cheer at the International Barrel Organ Festival. The festival is held in Berlin annually and is the largest of all barrel organ celebrations. This year marked its 45th anniversary and welcomed players from many nations, like Germany, Chile, China, Mexico, and more. Christa Hohenhäuser first organized the festival in 1980.
I worked for the tourist office of Berlin, and somebody came in our office and said, invite all the organ grinder of the world to Berlin, because Berlin was a metropole of organ grinder. And 3 years later, I stopped my job, my sure job in the tourist office, and I said, now I will be an organ grinder, and I did.
The barrel organ is also commonly called the crank or roller organ. It is a mechanical instrument with pipe organ machinery in a small wooden box on wheels. Amanda Liberty, an organ grinder known as the Crank Junkie, points out that in a digital world, the instrument is based on simple technology.
So everything's completely mechanical, there's no electronics, no batteries. Okay, so this instrument, as its current setup, is completely manual. The music comes out of the organ via these 20 holes. This is a 20-note organ. So it comes out of these holes. As soon as you put a hole, the air is let out. The air is coming out of here, and it lets, when there's a hole in the roll, it lets the valve let the air out of the pipe instead of into the open well.
The instrument comes in all shapes and sizes. Liberty's organ uses paper rolls, but some models use a barrel with pins attached that tap the keys as it spins.
Each level is connected to some special tone from the music. So tell me, can I start?
The instrument has been around for centuries and made its way across the globe.
Italians from the north of Italy, they immigrate to the south of Germany, clockmakers, engineers, and musicians, and they created this complex machine that produce music through air. Later, the Germans, they immigrate to Mexico and Chile, and they brought some organs, and that's how we acquire this tradition from them. Of course, the tradition mutated in something more local in our countries.
Barrel organs have their own traditions, such as clothing. Many organ grinders wear traditional clothing associated with that player's country. The organs are often associated with monkeys, as live monkeys used to be part of traditional performances. Today, however, the monkeys in Berlin are stuffed. Musicians say the hobby is expensive, as the organs are typically priced in the thousands. The music rolls can cost even more. Liberty, who also arranges her own music, has paid up to $3,000 on music for her machine. But she says it's a small price to pay for the joy that organ grinders get and give when they perform.
I've always loved crank organ music ever since I was a young child. And now I am 42 and I'm loving it all the time.
My goodness, it is a box, and so nice music comes out. It is something for the heart. I think it keeps me young. It keeps me young because we have so much fun, happiness, and we give our fun to all these people.
Participants say one reason for playing at festivals like the one in Berlin is to preserve the instrument and its history.
When the history is alive, because it's necessary. It's bad when the instruments is just in museum behind the glass. Of course, it's bad sometimes for the instruments to use them a lot, but I think it's necessary to use them somehow and show it to people how it was on the streets, how it was playing.
In a world that is obsessed with progression, with modern technology, with developing new technologies, why don't we keep some of the old things alive that are able to keep playing alive?
Musicians also hope to introduce the organ to the next generation. Li Qian, who says she is the first barrel organ player in China, hopes younger people will pick up the hobby.
Well, I think, the music always can spread happiness. Yeah, I wish more and more young people can know about and get interested in these things.
With Viking Fusion News, I'm Patrick Meadows.